My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about the judge ordering Apple to ease restrictions. There was a big decision that came out last week from a judge that kind of could potentially have lasting implication for us app developers. So here's an article as it was in the New York Times on Friday. Judge orders Apple to ease restrictions on app developers. The decision could have major implications for thousands of businesses that pay Apple billions of dollars each year. And it goes on to say, a federal judge on Friday struck a serious blow to Apple's control of its App Store, giving companies a way to avoid handing Apple a cut on their app sales and potentially upending a $100 billion online market. And it talks about how, in addition to some rules and regulations that came in Japan and in North Korea, and that the Senate actually calling them a monopoly, it says, together the legal setbacks and the tighter regulatory controls indicate that Apple's long run of calling the shots on the App Store, one of the linchpins of the internet economy, may be ending. That could represent one of the tech industry's most substantial changes in years as smaller businesses keep more control of their profits and Apple's ability to be an unavoidable toll collector slips away. And it goes on to say, the judge, Yvonne Rodriguez of U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California, said Apple violated California's laws against unfair competition by barring app developers from directing customers to other ways of paying for their services. She ordered Apple to start letting developers include links to their apps to other payment methods within 90 days. And it goes on to say that Apple may appeal this, but what it means is that as app developers, if we wanted to redirect them to an external website to actually make their purchases that way, we should be allowed to do that going forward. And it also says that there's also the suit between Epic and Google, which should go to court later this year. So 30% has always been a lot to pay to Apple and Google. And then there's the other side of me that thinks, we kind of knew this going in. See, I know if I was, I'm not making $1 million a year through in-app purchases. If I was, that 300,000 might be like, you know, I might be a little mad about that, even if I was making more than $1 million, but I'm making a lot less, and that 30% does sting. But it's also, I realize that they set up the rules of the game when I got into it, and yeah, it kind of is their playing field, and that we're working on it. But our industry is changing all the time, and as developers we should know about it. When we work with clients, we have to be able to tell them what's going on and what's potentially down the road. A lot of the clients that I've had just didn't know anything about that 30% fee that goes to Apple and Google until all this lawsuit and everything came out. I mean, to the layperson, they didn't realize what us developers had to pay.